Hi, this is Dr. Martha. Today we're going to work a little bit on extension exercises. And extension exercises are really important in life because we do a lot of flexion. If you're sitting a lot for work, a lot of times that position leads to kind of this internally rotated and forward shoulders, forward head, and then the rhomboid mid-trap area gets really overstretched and weakened. And that can lead to fatigue of those muscles, but also pain and discomfort in that area. So these exercises that we're going to take a look at today are ways to combat that seated position, work on strengthening the muscles that are going to draw the shoulders slightly toward one another and gently down the back, and help give you a little bit more tall, upright, and attractive posture, in addition to helping your back feel better. So everybody likes to look younger, feel better, have fun, right? Let's fight the flexion, let's do this. So what we're going to do is start by having you lay down on your belly on the floor. I'm again using this raised platform, so it's going to look like my floor kind of cuts off where my legs are, but just use your imagination and fill in the blank. There's ground underneath here, and that's going to be important for part of what we're talking about later. So what we're going to begin with is the breaststroke prep. It's kind of a Pilates style exercise. Legs are going to be drawn together, glutes are engaged, not fully maximum exertion, but a little bit of engagement to help plug the pelvis into the ground. Kneecaps are going to stay rested on the ground, so don't let the quads bully in and do the work. We really want the work to be happening kind of up here between those shoulder blades. So from here we're going to stack the hands underneath the forehead and then glue the forehead to the hands, so the upper body's going to move as one piece from here on out. On a breath in, slide your shoulders wide down your back. On a breath out, your belly pulls to your spine as you hover your arms and head just a tiny bit, maybe a quarter inch off the ground. Inhale to hold. Exhale as you lower back down. Again, inhale, slide the shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Exhale, belly pulls inward as upper body hovers. Inhale to hold. Exhale as you lower down. At this point, go ahead and switch which hand is on top. Try to avoid any ingrained patterns like always having one top hand. Another thing to think about is if you're feeling any stress or excessive work in that low back area, make your hover smaller. Just barely even lift off of the ground here. So at this point, we're going to inhale, slide shoulders down the back. Exhale, belly pulls to spine, tiny hover. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down. Inhale, shoulders glide down the back. Exhale, belly pulls to spine, tiny hover. Inhale, hold. And exhale, releasing down. Let yourself turn your head to one side and rest and breathe there for a few breaths. The next extension exercise we're going to work with here are baby cobras. So it's similar to a yoga exercise called cobra. We're going to use this one dynamically rather than a held position, and we're going to kind of come up and down following the breath. So for this one, hands are going to come down next to the chest, elbows are going to tuck into the sides, and forehead can begin rested on the ground. Again, mild glute engagement, kneecaps can stay rested on the ground. On an inhale, we're going to slide shoulders and lift head and chest using the mid-back. Notice the neck is going to stay in line with the spine, so you're not cranking it up and looking out in front. You're looking slightly down and forward. So this is your inhale. Your exhale, you release back down to the ground. Inhale, shoulders glide, mid-back lifts head and chest. Exhale as you lengthen back down. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lengthen and lower. And let yourself do this 3 more times at your own pace. Again, arms can relax, head can turn to the opposite side this time, and you can rest and breathe. The last exercise we're going to cover today is another one for extension and strengthening that mid-back, as well as the rest of the back of the body. And this one is skiff or boat, also called Navasana in yoga. There's other Navasana variations where you're in a slightly different position, but this one is the skiff. So for here, you're going to be laying again on your belly, arms will be at the sides, forehead can begin in a position where it's down. Inhale, roll the shoulders and chest open, reach the fingertips back for the toes. Exhale as you extend through crown of head, through arms, and also through legs. So this time there's a little bit of a hover of the legs. You're thinking length through the body in a long, low dart position rather than height. So you're not trying to come up as high as you possibly can. You're just trying to make your body as long as it possibly can be, barely skimming above the ground. Smooth, full breaths here. If you have a strong low back and it feels good and stable here and you'd like to challenge yourself, you can bring arms up here or extend them overhead, but any sign of back strain and they need to back down to the next variation. Hold for 3 more breaths if that feels good. You can either choose to come in and out of the posture if holding it is too much. And then holding for 1 more breath at that fullest expression of your longest low dart. And exhale as your body releases down to the ground. At this point, I would suggest pressing back into a child posture variation. Woo. Or if your knees don't love this, you can flip over onto your back and hug your knees in toward your chest, taking a couple deep breaths there. Hopefully you felt that work happening in the mid-back, and this is something that you can practice on a regular basis again to help combat that seated position, help open up the chest, and give you a little bit more youthful and attractive posture. Thanks again for watching. Have an awesome day.